What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of Heroes War Counterattack, I'm here to present you guys a detailed guide on equipment where I'm going to be discussing about the skill sets, primary stats, substat, additional stats, and various other information related to the equipment. Alright, let's get this started. First of all, you need to know how to get the equipments in this game. Number one, through the story contents, do them. You will getting a lot of equipments right over there. Number two, from the trace specimens, the trivia and the Isard, you will be getting a lot of amazing equipments from there, which you can then equip to your mercenary units so that you can boost their stats massively. Number three, from the events. Number four, from the shop. All right, there we go. And now let's see how many equipments our heroes, or let's say mercenaries, can equip at a time. So that's going to be a total of 7, including the exclusive equipment, which is a little bit different than compared to the normal equipments. All right, so what's so special about the exclusive equipment right over here? It says right away it's going to provide a stat boost right over here, and it's going to provide a skill trait right over here, especially if it's of legendary grade. Okay, so please do keep that in mind. If it's of like lower grade, like let's say rare grade and the hero grade, it's not going to provide you guys the skill trait. All right, it's just going to provide some extra stats. And well, when we are looking about the rare, it's not even going to provide the exclusive property at all. Just flat stat right over there, and some of the set effects right over here, which I'm going to discuss a little bit later. All right, don't worry about that one. So right over here, guys, exclusive equipment is very necessary for a character, all right, because it actually provides a little bit of skill modifier right over there that can actually be helpful in order to make them, or let's say make that particular character very useful in the battlefield. And you might be asking, I mean, like, yes, there are so many players out there who are actually having a little bit of confusion on how to get exclusive equipment in the game. Just go into the shop section, click on this exclusive equipment pack, and right over here, guys, you can actually use 500 diamonds in order to get a roll of 5 random exclusive equipment among the mercenaries listed. All right, you can refresh this list right over here because you can get the exclusive equipments for the mercenaries that are listed right over here only. Okay, or else you cannot get the exclusive equipment of the other mercenaries that are not listed right over here. So that's pretty much it. So you can actually refresh it with the help of the gold. Okay, so that is it. So that was the exclusive equipment right over there. And now let's talk about the other equipment. But before that one, we gotta actually start talking about the set effects. All right. Yes, you heard me right. So what is the set effect? Set effect actually provides the bonus stats to our mercenary units. All right. Once you equip the equipments with certain set effects on them, they are going to enjoy certain type of extra bonus stats. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm going to equip 2 pieces of survival set equipment to my mercenary unit, then that unit is going to be able to enjoy this bonus of HP plus 15%. All right, so that's a really good HP boost, isn't it? And if my mercenary unit wants to enjoy this attack plus 35%, that he needs to equip 4 pieces of violent equipment set. So that is pretty much basic. If you guys are from Epic 7, Summoner's War, then I think you guys know what I'm really talking about, alright? So it's pretty much basic. And you can see right over here that there are a lot of set effects out there that you really need to match up perfectly with your specific mercenary unit types so that you can have a really good synergy going on around there, and your mercenaries can actually be very effective in the battlefield. So now let's talk about that one. Okay, first of all, we need to understand how many types of, or let's say how many classes of mercenaries are there in this game. One is going to be the dealer, next is going to be the ranger type, the third is going to be the supporter type, and the fourth is going to be the tanker type. All right, so their role is that the tanker is going to soak up a lot of damage. All right, next thing is going to be supporter units are pretty much really good at healing the allies. Okay, most of the supporters are really good at that one, and they really do heal based on their HP. Higher the HP they have, more the healing they are actually going to provide. So you got to understand that, like, they should be having those kind of equipments that can actually boost up their HP stats. All right, so there we go, guys. And next is going to be the dealer and the ranger type units, which actually are specialized in dealing a lot of damage. That means you need to provide them with equipments that can boost up their attack stats or DPS stats, like attack stat, crit rate stat, critical damage stats, and attack speed. All right, so with those kind of things, definitely your units will be able to deal more damage against the opponents. So that is pretty much it. All right, so now let's start with the Tarak, and the Thala. Okay, what sort of set effects we need to make available for them. But before that one, we also need to understand the primary stat, the sub stat, and the additional stat. Alright, so let's get this started. So right over here, guys, when we are actually going to look into this equipment right over here, the one with the largest font, or let's say on the top, attack plus 350 points, it's gonna be the primary stat, and it's gonna be only one out there. All right, not multiple times. Next is gonna be the substats. That's gonna be just right below the primary stat, and it's only one as well, and it may be present in some equipment, and in some equipment it may not be present at all. So it's pretty much a little bit RNG. All right. And the next thing is going to be the additional stats, and there can be a total of 4 additional stats at a time. All right, and higher the grade of your equipment, more the additional stats they are actually going to have from the very starting. Okay, from the very beginning. For example, let's say when we are looking into the normal type equipment, they don't even have additional stats. You need to upgrade them in order to get their additional stats. All right, any kind of equipment out there can be upgraded up to 15 levels at +3 levels, +6 level, +9 level, and +12 level. This normal equipment is gonna get new additional stats. But if you already have legendary equipment, it's already gonna start with 4 additional stats. And once they are at +3 upgrade level, +6, +9, and +12 upgrade level, what's gonna happen is that their pre-existing additional stats is gonna get huge boost. Okay, that's why always try to get the higher grade of equipments, like let's say legendary right out there, or hero, or let's say rare, or let's say, you know, like this one right over here, premium. All right, so that's that, guys. Legendary being the best and the hero being the second best. That's it. So that thing said and done, what exact primary stat to focus on? What exact additional stats should we really focus on? As the substat is not really that relevant because it may be present, it may not be present. So let's not talk about that one. All right. We need to understand which primary stats should be focused on certain particular unit so that they will have better performance in the battlefield. We gotta know that, right? Well, let's look into this one right over here, guys. All right. Thing is that weapon, belt, and armor is gonna have flat stat. Okay, let's look into this one. A weapon is gonna have flat attack stat no matter what, always the same stat right over there. All right, so that is pretty much it. For the belt, always flat HP stat, and for armor, always flat defense stat. So you don't need to, like, hurt your mind over this kind of items. Just try to get higher star grade of equipment, and that's gonna be good enough. All right, how about for the other equipments right over here, like let's say gloves. Okay, for gloves, ring, and these shoes, the primary stat can be on the percentage based, and percentage based stats are way much better than compared to the flat stats, because they will be able to provide more stats to your mercenary units. Please do keep that in mind. All right, so that's why I always try to target for the percentage based stats. All right, so that is pretty much it. So gloves, it's going to provide you guys like attack percentage boost, defense percentage boost, or attack speed boost, and that's going to be really helpful out there, guys. All right, and the ring is going to be providing you guys attack percentage boost, HP percentage boost, defense percentage boost, critical rate boost, critical damage boost, and penetration rate boost. All right, there we go. For the shoes, it's going to provide attacking percentage boost, defense percentage boost, HP percentage boost, defense percentage boost, and so many others on, like effect accuracy boost or effect resistance boost as well, I guess. So there we go, guys. All right, so those are the things that you can pretty much enjoy from here. All right, with that thing said and done, for the dealer and the ranger type, what particular set and what particular primary stat and additional stat should be made available for them? Now let's start talking about the serious business right over here. All right, so when starting about the set effects, please try to give raid plus violent, or strike plus raid, or looting plus raid. One thing you gotta remember is that a hero, or let's say a mercenary, can equip a total of 6 right over here. All right, 6 normal gears right over here, from where you can easily manipulate your equipments, because exclusive equipments, they really don't come easy. All right, so forget about it for now. Even though it has an effect set, let's just, you know, like set effect, just forget about that one right now. Just focus on normal equipments. All right, So when we are focusing on the normal equipments right over here, guys, you gotta get really good set effects that is gonna be compatible with the particular unit out there, all right? And the most compatible is gonna be 2 plus 4. That's gonna be 6 sets, right? And 6 sets. In that 6 sets, 4 sets should be a violent, and 2 sets is for a raid. Okay, a crit rate is gonna be very important aspect or feature for a dealer type unit. Why? Well, the thing is that like any dealer type or the ranger type unit is gonna get a bonus of 150% bonus critical damage boost right off the bat. If you can actually channel into those critical damages, your hero units or your attackers can deal massive damage against the opponents. Those bonus damages are mind-blowing. Okay, so try to tap into that unused raw power. All right, so there we go, guys. Try to tap into that one. And critical rate right over here is the factor that is going to determine how frequently are you going to land the critical damage against the opponent. Okay, so higher the critical rate, higher the probability that you are going to deal the critical damage against the opponents. All right, so try to improve that critical rate stat. So for that effect, the rate set effect is going to be really helpful out there, all right? And the violent set effect, definitely attack percentage boost is going to be really helpful out there because it's going to improve the basic attack damage out there. Critical damage boost with the strike set right over here is going to provide more critical damage or more bonus damage against the opponents when you manage to land that critical damage, all right? So that's really good, isn't it? And the next thing is going to be the looting, okay? This one right over here is kind of favored by so many players out there as well because for them, their sustenance is very important. Okay, it says right over here, life drained by 30% of inflicted damage. That means whenever your attacker is going to deal any kind of damage against the opponent, the 30% of that inflicted damage will be recovered as HP to the attacker. Okay, so that means it's going to be quite helpful out there to sustain that attacking unit out there because usually the attacking units are pretty squishy and they keep on needing a lot of healings out there. And if you don't have a very proper healer, then in that case you can actually use this set right over there in order to allow a very good sustenance to your attacking unit, like let's say Tarak or let's say Tala. All right, so that is it, guys. All right, so there we go, guys. That's gonna be the 3 sets out there: violent plus raid, strike plus raid, or looting plus raid. So that's gonna be the set effect. And now let's talk about the primary stats and the substats, all right, and the additional stats. Well, you don't have to worry about the weapon, the belt, and the armor because the primary stat is always flat stat. Okay, so just try to focus on the star grading or the rarity of the equipment. All right, higher the rarity, better the stats. And when you are talking about the gloves, the ring, and the shoes, try to focus on the compatible stats. All right, for example, let's say for the dealer type units or the ranger type units in the gloves, try to have attack speed boost or attack percentage boost in order to have higher damage. Now what the hell is attack speed? Higher the attack speed, faster you will get your next turn, and that means you will be getting so many turns in just one battle, and it's gonna be quite helpful out there because like you will be able to keep on using your skills very frequently, and it's also going to help with your skill cooldowns because like if you are going to get your turn very frequently, very now and then, that means like it's going to be quite helpful in order to like reset the cooldown of your skills right away, right? And that's going to be really good out there as well. Getting your another turn real fast is also going to improve your DPS against the opponents because you will be able to have another chance to inflict massive damage on the opponents right away, right? And now when we are talking about the ring, try to go with either critical rate boost or the critical damage boost. Okay, but if you are a beginner, you can even go with attack percentage boost for extra damage. But the best stat is definitely going to be the crit rate boost. That's going to allow you to land critical damage on the opponents because as I already told you guys, there is a raw power of 150% bonus critical damage. That is so insane. Okay, so try to tap on that amazing damage out there by improving the crit rate of your dealer or let's say ranger type units or attack units. All right, so there we go, guys. But if you already do have a lot of critical rate in your additional stats, then you can actually go with the critical damage to actually improve your critical damage bonus damage. Okay, so there we go, guys. That's it. And now let's talk about these shoes. Right away, guys, the primary stats should always be attack percentage boost. Yes, you heard me right, always attack percentage boost. Why? The thing is that one, obviously, it's going to provide them the raw attack power boost right over there. More the attack stats they have, the more damage they are gonna deal, and it does not have critical rate or critical damage out there. All right, so just go with the attack percentage boost out there. So that is pretty much it, guys. In summary, for the gloves, attack speed or attack percentage boost. In the ring, critical rate or critical damage or attack percentage boost. For the beginners, always go with the critical rate boost, alright? And for the shoes, try to go with the attack percentage boost for your attack type unit. So that's pretty much it. And when we are talking about the additional stats, so what are the additional stats should we be really providing to these attack units? One is going to be attack percentage boost. Second is going to be the attack speed boost. And third is going to be the crit rate boost. And finally, the critical damage boost. Again, I will say it again. Crit rate boost, critical damage boost, attack percentage boost, okay, and attack speed boost. That's going to make a perfect gear. For example, this gear right over here just lacks attack percentage boost for it to be a perfect gear, okay? If there was attack percentage boost instead of this defense plus 4%, then this gear would have been a perfect gear for any kind of attacking unit out there, guys. All right, so good out there. So that is it. So one thing down. So we have already done with the dealer and the ranger. How about the supporter? Okay, supporter usually are very good at healing the allies. Higher the HP they have, the more healing they are gonna provide. That means obviously the survival set is gonna be a really great help because it can provide a total of 45% HP boost. I mean, like 2 sets, right? You can equip a total of 6 sets. I mean, like, yeah, 6 sets, right? That means you can actually get a total of 15 times 3. That's 45% of HP boost. And with that one, definitely you can actually even recover more HP, and definitely the supporter units will have more tankiness to them. They will be able to soak more damage, and they will be able to endure more in the battlefield, and they can be more effective. Okay, so that's gonna be for the beginners. But you want to go a little bit advanced, what to do at that point? You can actually go with the dash effect set right over here. That's going to provide attack speed plus 25%. As I already told you guys, add the attack speed stats, more the chance, or let's say you are going to get your next turn very fast. Okay, so there we go, faster the chances that you are going to get your next turn, and that means you will be able to keep on using your skills over and over again. The main thing about the support unit is that you would really want them being able to use skill over and over and over again, because you will be needing healing very frequently. And if they are really fast, if they can actually get their next turn real fast, that means like you really don't have to worry about getting healed or getting that positive effects on your allies. Okay, and that's the supporter unit out there. All right, so that thing said and done, let's talk about the primary stats and the additional stats. All right, so for the primary stat, go with the attack speed boost for them. Essentially, I mean, like, it's gonna be the only thing right over there, guys. For the gloves, 100% go with attack speed boost, because it's going to be very valuable to them. They will be able to get their next turn real fast. Okay, so that's it. When you are talking about the ring, try to go with the HP percentage boost, because higher the HP they have, the more the healing they are going to provide. And same goes with the shoes as well. Try to go with the HP percentage boost as well, because higher the HP, more the healing and more the endurance of them in the battlefield. Okay, additionally, you can actually even go with the effect accuracy, especially if your supporter units are very good at applying some sort of negative status effects on the opponent, like let's say defense decrease, attack decrease, or whatever that is. Okay, if there are certain type of debuffs that your supporter units can apply on the opponent target, in that case you will need some effect accuracy on there. All right, so that is pretty much it. Okay, so that's the supporter down. And now let's talk about finally the tanker type unit. So what sort of equipment sets would be really good for them? Well, it's gonna be the survival set or the indomitability set. So easy, isn't it? All right, because more the HP or defense they have, the more survival rate they are gonna have. More hit points, that means they can actually soak a lot of damage, and more defense stats they have, that means like they are going to take a lesser and lesser damage from the opponent. That means they are gonna have higher survival rate. So indomitability or survival, just equip those equipment sets on them, and they are gonna be really fine against the opponents out there. And when we are talking about the gloves, try to go with the HP percentage boost or defense percentage boost. Okay, and same goes with the ring and these shoes as well. At HP percentage boost or defense percentage boost, that's gonna be the best primary stat that you can make available for your tanker units, because like higher the HP and defense stats they have, the more they can actually soak in the damage and be very very effective in the battlefield. So that is it, guys. And when we are talking about the sub stats, definitely try to go with the defense percentage boost, HP percentage boost, effect resistance as well. Yes, they would actually enjoy some of the effect resistance out there as well. All right, and any other defensive stats out there, that's going to be helpful. Or let's say even attack speed boost as well, that's going to be quite helpful for them as well. And for the supporter units, I think I actually forgot a little bit. Okay, defense percentage boost, HP percentage boost, and definitely attack speed boost, and finally the effect accuracy boost. That's gonna be the substats binded with them. All right, so that's pretty much it out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that like I was able to cover up basically everything that I gotta teach you guys right over here in this equipment section. Okay, so that's all you need to know about the equipment. If there are something else that you want to know about the equipment, please let me know in the comment section below, whether it be the question about the like equipment set effect, or let's say the primary stats, substats, additional stats, or exclusive equipment out there. Please let me know, and I will definitely be trying my best to answer you guys in the best possible way. If you guys need other guides, also let me know in the comment section below. I can actually come up with other mini guides out there with my knowledge and my research. All right, so that is it out there, guys, and wish you guys best of luck with your equipment building, because like if you can really provide very good equipment sets as well as the equipment stats on your mercenary units, they can really perform very very good in the battlefield. So with that thing said and done, I would say thank you guys, see you guys in the next video.